Hey, welcome to this hour of the program as we are finishing up this hour of the program. 1 hour of 3, learning about our city council candidates. These are folks that we have that are asking to represent us, you, here in our city of Santa Clarita. Look, there's a lot of questions, a lot of things going on. Go to Twitter, shoot us a question on Twitter. We'll be sure to cover it. If you have a question, we'll do our best to get it on the air and ask your city council candidates. It's at TFS Wealth. Stands for Total Financial Solutions. So at TFS Wealth, go to Twitter, send us a question. We'll see if we can cover it. Mark, we had a few folks come this hour of the program. Kind of learned a little bit about them, learned a little bit about what matters to them. Some of the highlights.
Well, I think one thing we see is these are people who've volunteered to step out. They're spending time and effort to try and represent us, to bring issues to the front. They have quite a bit of difference in contribution to the community, quite a bit of difference in experience. And so it's very important that we look at what's their character, who are they, what have they shown us that they've done in the past, what kind of decisions. Do they have actual experience working in compromise? Do they know how to get things done with volunteers? Because this city council does spend a tremendous amount of time working with our public.
Yeah, that's true. We do have we're one of the top, I used to know the number, I think we're in the top 2 or 3 in the state of California in nonprofits per capita.
Yeah.
The entire state, 35 million people, we're in the top 1 or 2, 3 areas that have the most nonprofits. Meaning, look, a lot of you in Santa Clarita are very philanthropic minded. You may not even realize it, that you're volunteering for the PTA, you're volunteering at the local baseball league or senior center. A lot of these volunteering activities are really driving the mindset of us here in Santa Clarita. In other words, I think we're taking a little bit of less from government responsibility, certainly government obligation, and we want to do it ourselves. Give us the freedom, give us the tools, give us the liberty to go out and make a difference. And you're responding to that because you're doing it. And that's important because in Santa Clarita, we're much more about being independent and self-sufficient. And I think that is the mood that I'm seeing is the 3 folks that we've had so far kind of come through with that mood of leading through example.
Well, and that's a big thing, too, is we run a consensus. We have 5 members who represent us. And because our whole communities bleed over each other, we all, we may go shopping or eat in a restaurant in one area, and then we go to the parks in another, we go to church in one, or we travel and work in another, or we pass through it. We're not just in this little area. We're not just Canyon Country people or Valencia people. We're constantly exposed. And as a result, we have representatives who cross those boundaries.
Right.
That's very important.
Both in service, business, and living in their personal lives.
Yeah, these people are not just little focused. This isn't like I've got the mayor of Saugus. That isn't the case at all.
Right, yeah. One of the things that I never realized when I moved to this valley, 1998, but I used to hang out here through many years. I grew up in Silmar, so just over the hill. So this was a place that we came to a lot, whether it was Indian Dunes way back when, certainly Magic Mountain many times a year. The Plaza Theaters over on Lyons certainly no longer exist,
Wow.
but a wonderful place to go.
Yeah, back when this was the Sticks and Cowboy Land.
Yeah. Get in the car, we drive. Where are you going? Santa Clarita. Take water.
Yeah, I came here because
take a lunch.
we were burying people that we worked with. That's kind of a comment. But great places. We come out and bring your dead. We'll bury them.
Yeah.
Now this city's alive now.
It's a lot of things that are happening in Santa Clarita, and folks, you have to make the decision. And I want you to think about this. You don't have to take, a whole afternoon. You can take 10 or 15 minutes, a couple of times a week, maybe once in a month. Sit down, read some of the issues, find out what candidate represents you. Is it time to make a change in City Hall? Is it time for you to reinforce the decision? Are the people there doing what you want them to do? Is it time to make some adjustments? Do you want this background instead of that background? These are things that matter to you. And I encourage you, look, we live in a free place. There are people that are serving our country right now, that are missing birthdays, that are missing the holidays, missing Christmas tradition with their family. These are very important things as these people serve for 1, 2, 5, 10 years overseas sometimes. We've seen it back and forth, many tours.
Well, let's don't forget that we have one of the highest concentrations of veterans in the United States.
That's right. One of the top right here in your city of Santa Clarita.
We have a historic Veterans Plaza. We have a new Veterans Home development. You brought that incredible reading of the names of the Vietnam Wall Memorial. I mean, Arif, you volunteered on that.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
That was a lot of fun. We were able to honor those men and women that served. And look, there were women that died in the Vietnam War,
Absolutely.
folks. There were, I can't remember, I think it was 9 families or 9 individuals that lived in Santa Clarita that were from our valley when they died. Certainly we were not a city at the time, but we were a valley, so the greater Santa Clarita Valley. There were I think about 6 to 9 individuals whose name is on that wall.
Yeah.
So we have a history of service, and I want you to honor that. I can't emphasize enough. I think in my entire life I missed one election.
Wow.
Other than that, I have never missed an election. Maybe a little one or something if I moved, but I'm only saying that because I don't know. I'm telling you, you need to get out and vote. This is important. Stay focused. At the top of the hour, afternoons, we're going to continue with KHTS and Total Financial Solutions Candidate Forum for your City Council. I'm Arif Halaby, joined by Mark Murphy, your local boomer, getting perspective. Questions? Go to @tfswealth.com. We'll be right back.